I'm sure some people will take your advice with salt of grain. They'll probably understand what is behind the concept of giving everything for free, and they'll put themselves out there. They'll solve some problems for free, but they'll ultimately hide some of their best advice for their paid clients. Is that a mistake if you try to implement the intelligent content marketing strategy, or you have to put out everything?
No. Now, as it happens, I put out everything. I put out everything because I personally want to so definitively document everything that everything that this niche involves. So I put everything out there. I mean, there's one or two internal, trade secrets that represent our ability to perhaps pull a rabbit out of the hat on occasion for a client. But that's tip-top stuff that, is pure core IP. But it's not, and I won't publish that, but there's not that much of that, right? You see, if you document and showcase all of your know-how and you give it to people and they make it accessible in a do-it-yourself kit type fashion, there's always going to be a place where you've got round pegs in square holes, and it's the interpretation of the facts and circumstances that are being applied to that body of knowledge that you've shared with everybody. It's that interpretation where the value catalyst sits, because even though the information is here and it's all shared and it's definitively stated, the practical implementation of that knowledge in a set of circumstances against a set of facts requires analysis. It requires experience, it requires insight, it requires the ability to foresee problems that can only come down on innate knowledge that you've got because you've had the experience. And so whilst you're doing the research and you give them everything that they need to be able to work on it themselves, there could very well be, in every niche, that nagging doubt. That nagging doubt is your value proposition. So if you understand what that nagging doubt is, and you develop a service proposition that addresses that nagging doubt, that's where you make your money. Then it doesn't matter that you've given all your IP away for free. It's the difference between knowing that you can do it and having a clear pathway to know that the outcome that you absolutely need is certain to be achieved. So understand that in your proposition, and you, in a sense, bottle that, right? And that's what you're positioning yourself to sell. And that's ethical, because it's about interpretation, analysis, and implementation. And it will always differ from facts and circumstances to facts and circumstances. So every client situation is different. And I bet my bottom dollar that, even though I'm an expert in Hong Kong immigration, that if you apply that sort of thinking to, the kind of value that you deliver in your niche, you will be able to appreciate and understand the jobs to be done, the psychological dynamics of that moment, and then deliver an irresistible offer in that says, okay, here it all is, it's there for you, this is what you're ultimately looking for. It's designed for you to get this without paying for any professional help. But understanding that this is ultimately what you're buying, we can deliver on that for you. And we're going to assume the risk, all the risk associated on delivering that outcome. And if you've got that, then people will transact.
Okay, but there's always that preconceived notion that when you have all the information for free, you don't actually implement it, because it's out there, you kind of understand it, you kind of consume it, but you never get to take action on it. For your case, it's very specific, because people are looking for a pressing problem that they need to solve, such as immigration. But if you're in a different niche, you might not be solving the problem directly. So by providing content that just gives you the information, just like the Intelligent Content mentorship website, we provide value for free content. But we don't solve a pressing need. People can keep doing what they're doing. So what ultimately do you need to include in your content to prompt people to actually?
Okay. Let's not forget the old adage that you can take a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. The catalyst to action has got to be, why would you want to do this? Is the pain that you're facing so deep that you find yourself staring into the abyss, either financially, intellectually, or emotionally, that if nothing changes, nothing changes, you need to do something different? If you've got that catalyst at play in your life, then you will be successful.